Margaret, my dear friends, family, and distinguished guests. They say that as you reach your 60th year, you begin to look for pieces of your own soul in the generation that follows. You look for the fire that will keep the family name burning long after you are gone. Tradition is the soil in which we grow, and some flowers, like my darling Sarah, bloom with the very essence of our lineage. Sarah has been the heart of this home. Her laughter, her devotion, and her unwavering loyalty are what this family stands for. And that is why, tonight, I am officially announcing the Margaret Thorne Living Trust. The estate, the family accounts, and all our holdings will pass entirely to Sarah. Sarah, oh Mom, you're going to make me cry in front of everyone. It's too much. Margaret, it is exactly what you deserve, my light. But then there is Elena. Elena has always been different, independent, logical to a fault. Some might even say cold. She has never quite understood the weight of the name she carries. Elena, you've told us 1,000 times that you don't need anyone. You have your books and your cold calculations. Why would you want a house that requires a soul to maintain it? You are free, Elena. Free from the burden of this inheritance. Elena, free mother? Or simply deleted? 25 years of being your daughter, and you've summarized my existence in a single word. Cold. I'm cold because I don't perform for you. I'm independent because you never gave me a reason to depend on you. You're giving Sarah the house not because she loves it, but because she's easy to control. Margaret, if you cannot celebrate your sister's blessing, you are welcome to leave. You are always too frigid for the warmth of this ballroom anyway. Perhaps you'll find a world that suits your temperament better. Elena, I will, Mother. Keep your trust. Keep your secrets. I'm taking the only thing you can't disinherit, my mind. Elena, I drove 500 miles that night. I didn't cry. I didn't look in the rearview mirror. Elena Thorne died on that highway. Elena Vance was born the next morning when I signed the papers to change my name. I chose my grandmother's maiden name, a woman who was also silenced by this family. I moved to a city where the sky was gray and the air tasted like salt. I lived in a studio apartment above a noisy laundromat. The walls were thin, and the smell of industrial detergent was my only companion. I worked 3 jobs. I slept on a mattress I found on a sidewalk. Every time my hands shook from exhaustion, I remembered the sound of that champagne glass clinking. I turned my coldness into a blade. I studied property law until my eyes bled. I learned that the world isn't built on heart or tradition. It's built on debt. I started small, buying distressed medical bills and credit card defaults. I realized that when people are desperate, they don't want a kind spirit, they want a way out. I became the person who provided that way out. For a price. 10 years passed. I built Vance Holdings in the shadows. I never put my face on a billboard. I never gave interviews. I became a ghost that haunted the balance sheets of failing estates. And all the while I kept a folder on my desk. A folder labeled Oak Ridge. I watched Sarah's social media posts. I saw her marriage to Julian Thorne, a man with $1 million smile and $1 billion appetite for other people's money. I saw the cruises, the designer bags, the charity galas. I could see what they couldn't. I could see the debt rising like a dark tide. Julian was leveraging the estate to fund his tech ventures. He was burning the walls of my childhood home to stay warm. I didn't rush. I didn't want revenge. I wanted an acquisition. Assistant Ms. Vance? The quarterly report on the Thorne acquisition is ready. The default notice was served 48 hours ago. The son-in-law, Julian, has officially fled the country. He emptied the liquid accounts before he left. Elena and my sister? Assistant. Sarah Thorne is in a state of collapse. She's been calling the bank, claiming she had no knowledge of the secondary mortgages. She tried to offer them her jewelry, but it's mostly costume pieces. The originals were sold months ago. The mother, Margaret, is refusing to leave her room. The bank is moving for a forced eviction by the end of the week. Elena, buy the debt. Every cent of it. I want the deed in my name by tomorrow morning. And prepare a rental agreement for the Cherry Street bungalow. It's a 2-bedroom box with linoleum floors and a leaky sink. It's perfect. Assistant, are you sure you want to be the one to sign the lease with them? It might be cleaner to let the agents handle it.
Elena, no.
I've waited 10 years to sign a document in front of my mother. Tell them an anonymous investor is willing to settle their debt and provide them with immediate housing in exchange for their full cooperation. Tell them the landlord will meet them at the bungalow to hand over the keys. Sarah, voice trembling, Mom, please, just sit on the suitcase. The movers will be here soon. We have to go. This investor is our only chance. If he doesn't like us, we'll be sleeping in the car. Margaret, this is a nightmare. I built that name.
Thorne.
It stood for something in this town. How can we be moving to a place called Cherry Street? Sarah, it's a roof, Mom. Julian took everything. He even took the silver. We have nothing left. Fix your hair.
Please.
We need to look like we're still worth something. Elena, you're early. I appreciate punctuality. It's a sign of a disciplined mind. Sarah, oh, thank you. Thank you so much for meeting us. We are so incredibly grateful for your voice trails off, Elena.
Elena, hello, Saraf.
You look tired. The heart of the family seems to be under a bit of a heavy load lately.
Margaret, Elena?
Is it really you? My God, look at you. Where have you been? We tried to find you after Julian after things went wrong. Elena, did you? Or did you just check the society pages and, seeing my name wasn't there, assumed I had finally withered away in the cold? I didn't go anywhere, Margaret. I just stopped being a ghost and started being a landlord. Sarah. Wait, you're the investor? You're the one who bought the estate? Oh, Elena. Thank God. Mom, do you hear that? We're saved. I knew you'd come back for us. When can we move back into Oak Ridge? This little house is, well, it was a good scare, but we're ready to go home now. Elena, you aren't going home, Sarah. I am. My company is moving its headquarters into Oak Ridge next month. My personal office will be in the master suite. Your old bedroom is becoming a filing room. Margaret, Elena, you can't be serious. You're flesh and blood. You wouldn't treat your own mother this way. Elena, flesh and blood? You gave me a broken sewing machine and told me I was too cold for your warmth. You disinherited me in front of 50 people because I didn't smile enough. Well, Mother, the coldness you hated so much is what allowed me to buy your life when you threw it away. Sarah, you're a monster. You've been watching us fail this whole time? You've been waiting for this? Elena, I haven't been waiting. I've been working. While you were hosting galas with borrowed money, I was learning how to own the ground you walk on. Now, sign the lease. Sarah, what is this? A rental agreement? You're making us pay you? Elena, of course. The bungalow isn't a gift. It's an asset. The rent is 30% of your pension, Mother. And Sarah, you're going to need a job. My property management team is hiring. We need cleaners for the night shift in the downtown offices. It's hard work. It's cold work. But it pays the bills. Sarah, a cleaner? You want me to scrub floors in the city where everyone knows me? Elena, no one knows you, Sarah. They knew your mother's money. Without it, you're just another person with a mop. If you don't sign, you have until sunset to find another place to stay. Do you think your friends from the gala will let you sleep on their silk sheets tonight? Margaret, Elena, please. Have you no mercy? Elena, mercy is an emotion, Margaret. You told me I don't have those. I'm just being logical. I'm providing housing for 2 people who are otherwise homeless. I'm providing a job for a woman who has never contributed a day of labor to society. I am being the most supportive member of this family. Sarah, sobbing, I hate you. I'll always hate you. Elena, hatred is warm, Sarah. It'll keep you going through the night shift. Pushes a pen forward, sign. Or leave. Margaret, voice breaking, I'll sign. Sarah, stop crying and sign the paper. We have no choice. Elena, good. The keys are on the counter. Don't bother calling my personal number. It's been changed. If you have any issues with the plumbing, call the maintenance line. They'll get to you when they can. Margaret, will you at least stay for tea? We haven't spoken in a decade. Elena, we spoke plenty 10 years ago, Mother. You said everything that needed to be said. I'm a ghost, remember? And ghosts don't drink tea. They just haunt the places where they used to be loved.
Goodbye, Sarah.
See you on payday. Elena, people ask me if I'm happy. It's a strange question. Happiness is fleeting. It's a performance. I prefer peace. I prefer the quiet satisfaction of knowing that the roof over my head is mine because I earned every shingle. I hear stories from the office. They say Sarah is actually a decent cleaner. She's quiet. She keeps her head down. Maybe, for the first time in her life, she's actually seeing the world. Maybe she's learning that the people who scrub the floors are just as real as the people who dance on them. And my mother, she sends me letters. She doesn't ask for money anymore. She asks about my day. She asks if I'm sleeping well. I don't answer them. Not because I'm angry, but because I don't know the woman who is writing them. The Margaret Thorne I knew died the night she raised that champagne glass. This new woman is a stranger living in my bungalow. If you are listening to this, and you are the invisible child, the one who was told they were too much or not enough, listen to me. Don't wait for them to change. Don't wait for the apology that will never be sincere. Take your coldness. Take your independence. Use it as the foundation. Build your own world. Build it so strong that when their world inevitably crumbles, you are the one standing with the keys. You don't need their warmth to survive. You are the fire. You always have been. You just had to wait for the light to move so everyone else could finally see it. The estate is quiet tonight. The rain is tapping against the glass, the same way it did 10 years ago. But this time, I'm not the one standing in the shadows. I am the one who owns the rain. Elena, sometimes late at night, I walk through the halls of Oak Ridge. I stop in the kitchen where I used to scrub the counters while Sarah played the piano. I look at the foyer where I was told I wasn't wanted. It's strange how a place can change when you no longer fear the people inside it. The business world sees me as a titan. They see the numbers, the acquisitions, the power. They don't see the girl who slept on a laundromat floor. They don't see the girl who had to learn that family is a contract that can be breached just like any other. I am 35 years old. I have everything I ever thought I wanted. And yet, the most valuable thing I own isn't this house. It isn't the millions in the bank. It's the silence. The absolute, beautiful silence of a life where no one can tell me who I am supposed to be.
I am Elena Vance.
I am the daughter they forgot. I am the ghost who came back to buy the graveyard. And for the first time in my life, I am exactly where I belong.